Hello and welcome to my channel, guys. It's Shannon from Proudly Polished. Today we're going to do a mani, and here is our inspiration from Rachel's Nail Inspiration channel. I will link her information below. I am going to use the colors from Cascade Colors, and they are Iris, Sandstone. I was having trouble opening it here. It was on pretty good. And Nova, which is a gorgeous color shifting glitter. If you haven't tried Cascade Colors, you guys really need to. Their dips are phenomenal. I do have peel base on my nails to easily change out my manis, as I do change them 2 to 3 times a week. So we're going to get started. I'm going to start with the solid colors so I don't contaminate my solid colors with the glitter, because I don't want flakes in my solid colors. I'm using Virgo and Gem base and activator. They have very low odor and seem to be working well for me. I do the pour over method for my first one, for my first application, as I find it seems to be the way I like to apply things. A lot of times I will do a dip in for the second, cleaning up my cuticle with my water marble tool. So on the thumb and index finger, we are doing the color Iris. And this was from the inspiration picture that Rachel had shared. I will link her information below. And again, this is a mani twin with Carole Z Nails. I will link her information below, as she will be recording her mani twin as well. And this is a collaboration we came up with together based on some pictures she had sent me. And I was very excited that I had all the colors to be able to do this mani with her. I'm applying my second coat, careful not to get too close to my cuticles, and applying a very thin layer. I do dip in for my second layer, as I find it does give a more even coat. I was grabbing my little spoon just to tap over, as I didn't quite get close enough to my cuticles. We are doing the second layer on the index finger. This is my first time doing a voiceover for a mani that I did, and my first time actually editing my YouTube video. So this is very new to me, but I figured I'd give it a try. Cleaning up around my cuticles. And again, I do have peel base on underneath my dip powder. I do have ballerina tips on, just for a different shape of nail. And next we are going to use the Sandstone for the index finger. And sorry if I'm out of frame here, guys. I'm still getting used to recording and uploading videos. And again, doing the pour over method. And this sandstone color is oh my God, gorgeous. And we're going to do it on the ring finger as well. I was so sidetracked with doing my mani and trying to make sure it was perfect. I did it a little bit different than the inspiration picture. I was going to try and copy it exactly, but I quit looking at the picture and was concentrating on what I was doing and did the ring finger differently. As you can see, when you see the end of the pictures, you will see the mani that I did, and then you saw the mani that Rachel had done. I do 2 coats of each color on the index and on the ring finger. I poured over on this one as well. I don't know why. I think I was struggling to get my tips into the jar at points, so I found it a little awkward. I do need to find a better way to record because this video seems almost sideways as I'm recording it. I will get better with practice, and we are all learning. I did dip in here on the ring finger and then pour it over because I didn't get it all the way in. I'm cleaning up my cuticles again with my water marbling tool. I find this a little better for myself instead of always having to use orange wood sticks. I am just putting everything back into the containers so I don't knock something over accidentally while I'm recording and make a mess. I don't want to lose any of my precious dips. And we all know that can happen. I'm now encapsulating my solid colors before I go on to use my glitter dips so they don't get contaminated with any kind of glitters in there. So it was better to put the clear on first. I'm pouring over as to not contaminate my whole jar. And I do dust off right away so I get a lot of the clear back off my nail and it doesn't leave spots on it. I'm sorry I'm talking through this whole video. I will get better with adding some music so you guys don't have to listen to me talk the entire time. And again, just capping in clear. I don't cap my free edge because I do take my manis off usually every 2 days, sometimes more frequently. This past week, I did have a different mani every day. So I don't cap in clear, but if you want your mani to last longer, I would cap in clear. I'm not dusting back into the cupcake liner, so I'm not contaminating it with, if there is any loose powder, that might still be on there. I'm just pouring the Nova into a cupcake liner so I can do my ombre with a eyeshadow brush. You can pick these up at any dollar store, Dollar Tree, off Amazon, and they're usually only around $1. I find the ones with a shorter bristle do tend to work a lot better. And I'm going to just hold my finger slightly downward to get more glitter at the cuticle area. So I'm doing a glitter fade on the ring finger. instead of the middle like the picture, which is okay. It's not exactly the same, so I have a bit of a different twist on it. And these glitters are so pretty and they get everywhere. I dusted off a little too early and it did kind of run down my finger a little bit, but I think it added to the ombre effect, which is okay with me. I am going to do a second coat of the glitter, only because I find Virgo and Gem tends to be a little bit more fast drying. So when you're doing an ombre, you might want something a little more slow drying. So I'm just going to do a second coat here and point my finger down. I know it's hard to see because it looks like I'm pointing up, but I'm pointing down and tapping it more so at the cuticle line. And I'm just patting it down. These glitters aren't chunky and don't really need that, but I wanted to make sure they were sticking where I wanted them to. And I'm just cleaning up around my cuticle after patting them down. And now we're going to go on to the pinky and do a full coverage glitter nail with the Nova. And this glitter is so fine. It's usually one coat coverage, but unfortunately I went a little bit too deep into my cupcake liner and touched the bottom. And I had to go and do a second coat because I smudged a part of it. And again, we all do make mistakes while we are still somewhat learning. I'm fairly new to the dip world. I started dipping in November of 2020. I started into nails in April of 2020 and decided to get my nail tech license. I started my course in December of 2020 and finished in 2021, March. So I am a licensed nail tech. I love doing dip nails. If COVID would go away, I could do more than just my own or my daughter's, which I do tend to do quite often. So I'm just pouring the Nova back into the jar so I don't spill it. It is only half full because I did share with one of my dip sisters. And now I'm going to pour over again with the clear on the ring finger and on the pinky, the same as I did on the 3 solid colored nails, as to not contaminate my clear. And you always want to encapsulate your glitter dips, because if you start filing into them, all the color will go away. They will be silver. I did learn that the hard way, and after watching a couple of YouTube videos, I did figure it out pretty quickly. And once you're done with your clear, you want to take a small scrub brush and scrub that clear off so you have no excess powder on your nails, because that will leave the bubbles or the graininess in your dip powder, and you don't want that. I'm just putting my base coat away. I do tend to have a bad habit of forgetting which bottle's which because they look the same, and putting it back on my nails. So scrub away Make sure all that clear is off and activate. This bottle is almost empty. Thank goodness I ordered 2 more when they had a sale and they just arrived this past week. So I'm just using up what's left here, and I will bring out my new ones. And again, I'm out of shot. I'm sorry, guys. So I'm just activating, make sure I have a good coat on each nail. I do go back and activate for a second time on every nail, just to make sure that they are fully saturated. And then you want to wait roughly 2 minutes before you start your filing and buffing to make sure they are fully hard. I will do my filing and buffing off camera and we'll be back in just a moment. So I've done my filing and buffing, and I'm going to use gel base and top coat. I do find that's what I like. I am very hard on my nails, so I do tend to use gel base and gel top coat. I am using Magic Gel's rubber base and Hyper Shine top coat. Magic Gel is a Canadian company. And for those of you that don't know, I am in Canada, in Ontario to be exact. So I am just doing each nail, do my thumb last so it doesn't lay sideways too long in the lamp. If you do get any gel on you, make sure you get it off before you cure. That can lead to gel allergies. Top coat's all done. And here's the finished mani. Again, I'm going to finish up with my cuticle oil from Bella and Company. I will leave her link below. Her cuticle oil is amazing, and she is Canadian as well. It smells absolutely delicious. As you can see, I got a big bottle of it, and it's always good to hydrate your cuticles when you've done a mani. And there is the finished product. Here is my picture. Thanks for joining, guys. And if you could like and subscribe, that would be great. Have a great day. Bye-bye. And now we have Carole's mani. Isn't it gorgeous? Follow her on YouTube.